Hello everyone. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds for Facebook to get some people to join in with me, and then I'm going to get started, make it short and sweet, and then you can go about your lovely day. So if you join in, sometimes live doesn't always show me who's joining in. So if you are joining in, I would ask that you would put a comment in the comment section, or at least tap the screen and give me some love so that I'll know that you're there. Hey Ruth, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's been so long, girlfriend. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna wait just a few seconds longer for a couple of more people to join in, and then I'm gonna get started, make it short and sweet, and then you can go back to your lovely day. So how's it been going, Ruth? I miss my girlfriends. So again, Facebook doesn't always, that's good, Ruth. I've got to get back down to the Georgia area. I'm in Georgia a lot, really, but when I go through Georgia, I'm on the move. But I got to get back down there and see you all, to the house of my aunt. Yes. Tell Karundi and everybody I said hello. Karundi Daniels out of Columbus, Georgia, was actually one of my first local life coaches, and I'm forever grateful to her for being that for me. She was a leading lady that definitely set the example for what it is that I wanted to grow and be and become. So shout out to Karundi Daniels. So if you've joined, please say something in the comment box so that I'll know that you're with me, so that I'll know who I'm speaking with. Facebook doesn't always tell me who has joined in. So I'm excited. I'm gonna make it short and sweet, and then everybody can go back to their lovely day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And for those who will join in, they'll just join on in and they can go back and catch the replay. So hello to everyone who has joined me live this Thursday morning. It is your girl, Free to Be MJ, aka Miss Jones, and you already know I'm excited. Yes, I'm always excited. Now sometimes I'm really excited, and sometimes I have to choose to be excited. But today I'm really excited. For the most part, I'm always excited. Now, last week I came on, and my question that I posed last week was, how was your appetite? And I talked about things that we eat, the thing that you're hungry for in life. You know, we feed ourselves, natural and spiritual, whether we're aware of it or not. And so my question to you guys last week was, how was your appetite? So this week I want to share with you guys a message that I created called Your Habits Are Your Seeds. And I wanted to ask you, what seed are you sowing? Now, because I'm a book junkie, I told you guys that I would share with you a new book once a week. And so my new book this week is Jonn Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. I highly recommend this, Jonn Maxwell. If you don't know who Jonn Maxwell is, then you're already a little asleep, okay? Because he is the #1 best-selling author, leader, motivational speaker, teacher out there, Jonn Maxwell, okay? And do you guys know that there are laws in life, right, that we simply can't get around? I don't care how much word you read or books you read, laws are in place, because I shared with you last week that our God is very strategic. He's a God of order, and he's a God that doesn't waste anything, okay? And he is also a God of law. Yep. Now I know that We don't live in Old Testament, that we live New Testament for my Bible scholars out there. But God is a God of law. He has strategically put laws in place that the just and the unjust, if they follow these laws, it works for anybody. So if you know the law and you work the law, along with a little grace and mercy, it'll work out for you. So, and if you're not familiar with some of the laws, there are some hermetic principles, and this may be a little deep for you, but there are hermetic principles set in place that are laws that are governed by life, that if you follow these laws, you know, it's a win-win situation. And some of those laws are the law of mentalism, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect, and the law of gender. That's just 7 now of the laws that I specifically have studied for myself. The law of mentalism is all is mind. Okay, the universe, everything is mental. Everything starts in the mind. The great Joyce Meyer always says, where the mind goes, the man will follow. So whatever you think, that's where you're going to go. That's the law of mentalism. And a lot of us are not even aware of our thoughts that we are thinking on a day-to-day basis. We let our minds wander, and then we wonder why we find ourselves in certain situations. Is because you sat there and thought about that thing for a minute and you attracted it to yourself. Okay, the law of correspondence is as above, so below. As within, so without. Okay, be aware of how you're feeling on the inside, because how you feel on the inside will simply manifest to the outside. You can put a smile on your face, you can fake the funk all you want, but how you feel on the inside is what will manifest on the outside. If you're insecure and feeling bound on the inside, it's going to manifest in your outward life. Okay, so that's the law of correspondence. The law of vibration is nothing is static. Everything is energy in motion. Okay, that's where we get that, you know, I'm feeling you kind of vibe type thing. You ever talk to somebody and like, I'm feeling them, or I vibe with that person, you know. When you say those kind of comments, that's the law of vibration. It's simply energy in motion, okay? Whatever you're feeling on the inside, whatever energy you're giving off to yourself is the energy that you will attract. So if you have an energy of gossiping, complaining, whatever it is, that's what you'll attract. That's why gossipers attract gossipers, okay? Drunks, they give off the energy that I love alcohol, I like to get my drink on. Alcoholics, they attract other alcoholics. Drug addicts, they attract drug addicts. People who love God, who love the Word, they attract more people who love the Word, okay? You are what you attract. You are a burst of energy at the end of the day, and your energy is always in motion. So that's why I say be careful of the energy that you bring into any room that you show up in, because that's the energy that you will attract. So that's why I choose every day to say, I'm excited, because I want to attract exciting people into my circle, okay? If you're coming around me complaining, oh, I don't feel good, you know, I'm just sick, I don't want to hear that, okay? I understand that you may be sick, but we serve a God of healing and restoration, okay? So let's talk about that. Let's claim that, okay? So it's all about the energy. So I won't go into all of those laws, but I brought that on because of this book here, the 15 Invaluable Laws to Growth. There are laws set in place to help you to grow. But if you don't know those laws, then how will you ever grow? There are laws in life that are set in place that no matter what, if you work the laws, they will work for you, okay? And let's not forget grace and mercy at the end of the day, though, because God is a God of grace and mercy. but he is a God of law, and he has strategically put laws in place for you to win and succeed in life. A lot of people forget that when we were kids, the first thing we do is we go to school and we be a student. We become a student. We go to school, we learn, we go to school 5 days a week, and then on the weekend, a lot of times it's required that we study and prepare for the following school week. So you're in school 5 days a week, and then all of a sudden we graduate, we get grown. I'm done with school, I'm grown, nobody can tell me what to do. I don't need to be in school anymore. And we start to live that life. I'm grown, I know it all now. And so we stop learning, okay? But you have to remember, to succeed in life, you must be a student first. And then when you learn, then you can teach. If you're not learning, then truly you're not qualified to teach, okay? So if you're not putting information into your body, if you're not a student of someone, then you have to ask yourself, are you really a student? Or are you a person that's just living and existing, going to work every day just to get a paycheck, just to pay some bills, and then have a little entertainment to enjoy in life? No, we are students first, okay? Always, even in your adult stage, you have to strategically put yourself in the position to be a student. And then once you learn, then you are qualified to teach. Okay, so we forget that. And again, I just wanted to say that because of the book that I'm reading. And if I can share with you the first sentence that popped out to me when I started reading this book was, people are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are unwilling to improve themselves. They, therefore, remain bound. Let me just let that sit there. Can I repeat that? People are anxious to improve their circumstances. We're all anxious to improve our circumstances. We're working overtime. We're going out getting second jobs, trying to improve our circumstances, trying to improve our income, trying to get the latest hairdo, the freshest outfit. We're always anxious to improve our circumstances, but we are unwilling to improve ourselves. How do you improve yourself? Become a student. You must become a student to someone. That's your pastor, your life coach, God. Let's not forget that, okay? Your creator, whether you acknowledge him or not, okay? We are a student, and we are here to learn, continuously learn. If you're not learning, then are you really living? Or are you just existing? Okay, because life in all of its beauty and splendor, you have to look at it and what it takes to orchestrate this life. If you're not learning, what are you doing? Okay, you have to know you were not created to just be here to go to work, go to school, graduate, go to work, get a paycheck, pay some bills, and have a little entertainment at the end of the day. No, we are all here for a greater purpose, greater than ourselves. We are all predestined to be here for such a time as this, for a purpose greater than yourself. This life is really not about you, okay? When you're here, and once you have become that student and you learn and you're able to teach, then it is not about you anymore. You are responsible for teaching the next generation. You are responsible for leaving a legacy for the next generation. Now, my family, they did a horrible job at it, okay? They didn't leave me anything but poverty. They didn't leave me any instructions. They didn't leave me any words of wisdom, anything. I will not let that be said about my generation coming behind me. They will never say, my mother Michelle, my aunt Michelle, my grandmother Michelle, or whomever generations come behind me, they will never be able to say that I didn't leave them with words of wisdom. And I am building legacy so that I can leave them something, because God says that a good parent leaves an inheritance for his children. Okay? So if you're not in preparation mode to do that, then you're not being a good student. You're not following instructions. You don't even know the instructions. So therefore, are you winning really in life, or are you failing? Okay? That's the question you have to ask yourself. So that was one of the first sentences that stuck out to me when I started reading this book, and I'm super duper excited to finish it. I can tell you right now, I'll finish this within a couple of days. Another thing it says is if you focus on growth, you will grow and always hit your goals. Okay? Now I'm going to leave that book alone. Now, last week I asked you guys, how was your appetite? And I want to just share with you my appetite, okay, and how I have been eating. I just got a few things here, and I want to share with you that this Success magazine, hey baby girl, my Success magazine, I've been picking these magazines up for as long as I can remember. My question is, what seed are you sowing? You know, your habits are your seed. Okay, so what are your habits that you do every day? That was the question, so that I can get back to the video. We all have habits, whether we acknowledge them or not. You have a habit of getting up out of your bed, brushing your teeth. You have a habit of taking a shower every day. Some of you have habits of drinking coffee every day. Some of you have habits of drinking beer every day, smoking a cigarette every day. Okay, we all have habits. So my question is, what is your habit? Because your habit is your seed, the seed that you are sowing in life, and that is what you will reap in life. If you sit around and it's your habit to eat all day, then the seed that you are sowing is that you will be obese because you're eating all the time. That is a habit of yours, okay? And I don't have to go through all of those to break those down. You know, you reap what you sow, okay? If you're sowing cigarettes in your mouth every day, you know what comes from that. But I wanted to share this Success magazine because these are some of my habits. I have been buying Success magazine for a long time. But I love the Success magazine because it comes with these CDs in the back. Now, if you're a Success follower, you know that we no longer have Darren Hardy, who is producing the CDs, and they have now done away with the CDs. So I don't know if I'll be buying the Success magazine anymore. But I specifically buy the magazine because they came with these CDs in them. And when I'm riding around in my car, I'm feeding myself success, okay? And this CD dates back to 2015. I know that I have some that goes back to 2000, at least 13. But I've been buying them for a long time. This is a habit. And I don't get them mailed to me in the mailbox. I specifically go to Books A Million once a month and pick up me a Success magazine so that I can get my CD out and I can listen to it. This is a habit. This is what I'm feeding myself. And so just an example to show you what your habits are. Okay? I buy books. I buy personal CDs. From people who I allow to mentor me and coach me. I sow into their ministry by supporting them, by buying their products, and then I take them and I listen to them, okay? This one is discipline to reach your goals because Lord knows we need some discipline, okay? So I just wanted to pose that question to you. What are your habits? Because your habits are the seed that you are sowing into your life, and you will reap what you sow. That's law, okay? That is law. Now, we don't always reap everything that we sow, but you reap the thing that you do consistently, the thing that you do habitually. You will reap that you sow. So if you habitually overeat, the reap behind that is weight, okay? It'll show up all over your body. If you habitually read God's word, then you will fill up your spiritual man. See, a lot of times we feed ourselves naturally, but we only feed ourselves spiritually on Sunday morning, for those of you who do go to church. But you must know that you must feed your spiritual man just as much as you feed your natural man, because the one that you feed the most, that is the one that will run your life. Okay, this is not rocket science. You know that, right? Okay, so why don't we feed our spiritual man as much as we feed our natural man? Now I'm gonna have to cut this video short. My daughter has come home for us to go out to lunch, and so I've got to cut this short because she only gets a short period of time for her lunch break. And so isn't it a great thing when your daughter wants to come home and have lunch with you, right? Most daughters, sons, when they get grown, they don't be thinking about their parents, okay? They don't want to do lunch with their parents, but I so love my girls. She came home because I'm on the mid shift. We don't get to see each other. And so she came home so that we could have lunch together. She ever told me so I want to go too. Come on in the city. You know you always welcome. But yeah, so I hope that was a pretty good video for you guys. Again, what is the seed that you are sowing? Remember, your habits are your seed, and whatever you do habitually is what you will reap. Okay, if you're not reading, you're probably not growing. Okay, because we still have to be students as adults. Remember that. So I know a lot of people, guys and women, go to jail, go to prison. First thing they do is read, because they got so much time on their hand, right? And they'll tell you how, yeah, I love to read when I was locked up, or whatever the case may be. And then when they get out, they stop reading because now they have become distracted by life, by work, by making money, by doing this, by doing that. And they don't even want to pick up a book again. Where that example came from, I don't know. But it's the truth, okay? You have to not let life distract you. You have to put yourself first. You have to get a daily routine. And you have to implement personal growth, spiritual growth into that routine that fits your everyday life, okay? You have to intentionally set aside time for personal and spiritual growth. If you don't do that, it won't happen. Every day, something in life will distract you. Something in life will get you off course, okay? So you have to make it your business to say, first thing in the morning when I get up, before I look at my phone, before I scroll through Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, I'm going to take that time and meditate, pray, read word, whatever the case may be. For those of you who don't read the word and want to know some guidance on how to read the word, start with the book of Proverbs. There's 31 Proverbs. That's one day a month, okay? And whatever day of the month it is, take that day and read the book of Proverbs. It's a book of wisdom for everyday living, and you can just take that Proverbs, what's today, the 23rd? Proverbs 23, okay? And you just read Proverbs 23, and you've read some word for the day. You've read some wisdom for the day. And then you ask God, give me guidance according to this word that I just read. Give me wisdom. Give me understanding, okay? Give me an understanding of what it is that I just read. And he'll do that to you. He'll do that for you. So that's a good place to start if you're not a Bible reader and you want to know, what do I start in the Bible to read? Read the book of Proverbs. It's a book of wisdom. So, and that's seed, okay? You're showing God that I'm serious about growing. I'm hungry to grow. And so therefore, I'm going to read this chapter. And it's not long. Proverbs chapters are not long. You read that chapter and then you've gotten your word in for the day. So again, your habits are your seed. Okay? What seed are you sowing? Because you will reap that what you sow. Okay? Spiritually and personally. So I thank you all for joining me live. I thank you for the hearts. I thank you for the comments. I thank you for the love. Again, what I say to one, I say to myself. I hold myself accountable to everything that I say, and I know you guys will do the same. So I thank you again. It is your girl, Free to Be, MJ, aka Miss Jones, coming to you live, and I'll see you again next Thursday, same time. And until then, stay blessed. Peace.